Next one.
Right?
Hi guys, welcome back to another Shnaks video. It's Women's Month. Happy Women's Month.
Oh, happy Women's Month,
we're
guys.
shooting this in the month of women in March. And we thought it was interesting to do something with a friend of ours that we've been wanting to collaborate with for a while.
Drum roll.
You know the name, but you might not know the face. But today you're gonna leave and you know both the face and the name.
And the game.
And
the
the
face, the name,
and the game. Yeah. And so for Women's Month, something that is big on this channel as Shnaks and something that we really want to push for this year is conversations with women, and our friendship being like the start or like the foundation of that, and that's how we've learned how to have conversations with women. And we believe that friendships are very valuable, and as we've spoken about before, I think they set the standard for a lot of other relationships in our lives. And we have learned a lot from this friendship. We continue to learn a lot from this friendship. So we thought it was interesting to come and talk about women and female friendships and play some games.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask...
First of all, you have not introduced our guests before you ask them to speak.
to introduce themselves. Come to introduce themselves.
Okay, fine.
Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah.
So,
Some faces are familiar, right?
a little
Yeah. The loser of the last game we played.
Was I the loser?
No, you really
It was a
weren't.
girl.
You really weren't.
I probably won. But maybe I can go first because I feel like, just of honor, really, should you know. But, no, just really quickly, Esther, happy to be here, a fun girl, really.
Hey.
These are my little sisters, my baby sisters, and I'm here supporting one of my really, really good friends who's about to take it away. Yeah.
So it's two pairs of besties, actually, if you think about it like that. Like, I mean, there's that little sister, big sister thing, but it's like besties.
Basically, it's
all around
besties.
connection.
And hi, I'm Belinda, and I'm the founder of Can We Talk. Actually, I always have to sing the song. Can we and so I came up with the Can We Talk game, which is basically a conversations game that is meant for connection, whether with friends, relationship, family, just having conversations and connecting beyond what we think we're always connecting. You always think you're talking to someone, but I think having intentional conversations and making it a game makes it much better for like intimacy.
Guys, personally, this is my first time to play this game, and I'm so
you
excited.
serious?
Yeah, it's gonna be my first time to play
This is so
game, and I'm
cool.
so excited. But like, just from the little snippets I've seen on Instagram. By the way, follow Can We Talk at Can We Talk Media on Instagram.
Actually, now Can We Talk 256? I'm
Sorry.
for all my
My bad. But something I'm so excited about is the few questions I've seen. It seems like it's the questions are so intentional. And I feel like Esther and I always say on this thing when people, on this channel, not this thing, when people ask us, how do you keep your friendship going? It's like, bro, it's not easy. It's about being intentional. You don't just sit and wake up and have this kind of friendship. And so that's what I'm most excited about. And I would say that I'm already advertising before I've played it. But genuinely, guys, if you're looking for ways to be more intentional with the people in your life, whether it's family, friends, people you want to reconnect with, and you're just not sure about how to go about that, or you're not the kind of person who feels like you can just pick up a phone and just call and jazz,
This is it. This is
can we
it.
talk,
This is
baby?
it. This is
Can we
it.
talk? Literally ask your people, can we talk? Yeah. So we are gonna play 2 rounds of this game.
Yeah.
In the first round, a person will pick a card and ask the question or read the statement, and everybody will give their answer. In the next round, someone will, for example, I will pick a card and Esther has to answer on behalf of Belinda, or Ethel has to answer on behalf of me. So it's kind of just like a chance to see how well we know our besties, our friends. There's 2 editions that we have here.
So we have the relationship edition. That's the red box.
And then we have the white box, which is the finding home edition, which is the one you can play with your family, your friends, honestly, even your partner.
Yeah.
You can even do this thing with yourself, to be honest. You
As
can
a journal prompt.
As a journal prompt, you're in relationship with yourself.
So I think we should get started with, which box should we get started with? Because we're doing.
Should we mix and match?
Yeah, like one
pick
of
from,
this.
pick from one, pick from here, pick from here, pick from here.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
And you guys said you put the nice ones at the top, yeah?
Yes.
But no, you
No,
guys,
we're
you're
gonna
not
cut
supposed
that
to know
out.
that.
wow, it's already so deep, guys. You know, it's like 11 in the morning. We're drinking wine. It's a bit too much.
It's been here on the channel.
Yeah,
like with Can We Talk? I love Shnaks. Like, I'm a fan. Huge fan. So I'm very grateful.
That
for
means
her.
you're a gorilla. We have decided to call our Shnaks fans gorillas.
I'm a gorilla. Why?
We literally asked our friends on our group, we're like, what do you think we should call Shnaks fans? And
someone said
someone was like,
you can't see it, the trajectory of thinking.
and one of the boys was like, call them gorillas.
But yeah, I'm a gorilla, so I'm really happy to be here. Honestly, I'm grateful that we're playing Can We Talk with people that I really admire, and in terms of their creativity, in terms of the space they've created. So I'm very grateful for that.
I love that. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm going next. What am I grateful? I think I'm really grateful for many things. I feel like right now, I'm very grateful for my friends, for the support system that I have. I feel like I'm surrounded by very intentional people, like what we've been talking about intention, and I feel like at this age, I'm gonna get older. At this age, I just feel like I'm so grateful for like the circle that God has really allowed me to build and actually have around me. One of the closest people in my life is going on Monday, and I'm moving in denial. So I'll process later. But I think I'm really, really grateful. I'm not worried. I think I had. And anyway, now we're also like traveling.
I was about to say,
so
you're about to go visit.
Know?
Yeah.
But yes, I'm very, very grateful for like my circle, my people. I'm so grateful for my people.
Wow.
I love that Esther says she's so grateful for her people, because like a memory I have is going to a housewarming at Esther's house, and I just remember like seeing her and all her friends, and I was like, it better be me in like 4 years. Like that better be my tribe, better be like this.
Yes.
So that's so beautiful. What am I grateful for? I'm grateful for two things. The first thing is I'm really grateful for just like, I'm in a space right now where I'm just grateful for life. You know, when you're just like at peace with life, and it doesn't mean there's no hardships that come, but when they come, I'm kind of quick and able to be like, but there's all these other great things. And I'm so happy to be in that space because it brings me peace. Even just the kind of morning I had today, if it had been like 6 months ago, I would have called Esther and said, I can't record, please tell us guys, let's postpone, I'm not in it, I'm just what. And I just came here with so much peace, and I'm in such Belinda has a beautiful house. Belinda's family has a beautiful house. Everything is just so beautiful, and I'm like, wow. Second thing I'm really grateful for that it keeps coming back to me like for the past month is my mom. And I keep getting these like, every time someone sees me and my mom, the next time they see me alone, they look at me and they're like, but your mom loves you. And I've just been experiencing that thing so much in the past month. Like, not that she hasn't loved me before, my eyes have just really opened to just how much my mom loves me and like wants me to like have the best, and just she loves on me so much. It's like yesterday my baba said that it's like you're still a school going child. That's how he feels like my mom treats me, and I'm like, I love that so much.
She's gonna be so happy. I can already picture her comment.
Oh my god.
I can already see. I think what I'm grateful for right now is God's voice in my life, or the way he is he's like, I feel like there's someone talking to me or like right next to me. I feel very like close to him in a very in a way I haven't experienced in a while. So I feel like all my decisions or things that I usually like, similar to Shari, like things that would stress me or things that are normally like, oh my gosh, I have so much anxiety, I cannot move, or I am really sad today, or I cannot do this. I feel like I am no longer functioning by myself, and I feel like God has also used my support system. Like in the past 2 weeks, I feel like I've gone from just feeling like I'm carrying everything by myself to feeling like, wow,
there are people.
Like, and I don't think anything that they're doing has changed. It's just that their presence in my life is a lot more. I'm very aware of it, and I'm like, whoa, I have this person, I have these people, and they love me so much, and God has been using them to speak into my life in very interesting ways.
Okay, I'm gonna do a relationship card.
Let's go.
Wow. No, it's actually not raunchy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not, but I like it.
Oh, that's deep.
We should have had like a question per video. Like we should have had like one video for just one question.
It's a lot, eh?
This is our video.
If you're here with us for an hour, 30 minutes, enjoy. Get some popcorn.
Get comfortable.
Demo exam. How has my view of love and relationships changed over the years? I think, I don't know whether I can speak too much for what it was before, but I feel like a recent development is, it's very important for me to feel safe in a relationship, to feel safe in terms of vulnerability. I need to be in a relationship where I can come and I'm not afraid to cry, or I'm not belittling whatever issues that I have, or it's okay for me to come and tell you, man, my nail broke and I'm sad, and I'm, but even like really, larger things and more large scale things and whatever, I think it's very important for me to have a safe space that I can come to. I think also because I'm working through my own processes of like denying or sitting on the things that I feel. So I feel like it would be really important for me to be able to come to this place and know that whatever it is that I say, I'm going to be heard, I'm not going to be dismissed. Whatever it is that I'm feeling is valid, and there's space for us to talk about it and process. It might be irrational, because I think there are feelings that might be irrational but valid, but there's space for us to sort of like go through them, and so I think for me that is a recent development that I know is top tier, very, very important.
I think for me, I used to think like love and relationships like, I love this person, and but I think I'm now learning that it takes a lot of being intentional. I think as you become an adult, you realize that there are a lot of grays in relationships, whether it's friendships, but specifically even love, and accepting the person as they are in terms of their dark side, their light side, everything, and being intentional with how you approach the relationship. Like, if you know someone likes something, maybe for you it's not something you do, but you're going to do it because you love the person, whereas before it was like, I'm not like that. But now I'll go out of my way because of the love that exists, or like because of the importance of the relationship anyway. So I think being very intentional for me is something that I'm learning is key in my relationship.
Guys, look at us sounding so like we've just come out of a therapy session, and we're just like, we got wisdom and we're gonna share.
It's the energy for me. It's the energy. How has my view of love and relationships changed over the years? I never thought I needed people. Like, I thought that I was kind of like self-sufficient. And I really like took that as something I took pride in. I was like, I only go to people to give them something, not to take something. Like, I thought that was how my view of relationships and love was. But I think over the years, I've really grown to be okay with like crying with my people, with like opening up them in. Exactly, and like needing them exactly. Like, and I still struggle. We're growing, baby steps. So that thing of like calling someone to be like, bro, I'm having a breakdown right now. I need you. I'm on the floor. I can't do anything. Like, please. Without you, I'm going to stay here. And I know it's also something in this friendship that we've struggled with. Like, Shari's always just like, why can't you just tell me? Or just tell me. And I'm like, bro. And I always realize it like after, when she says, why can't you tell me? I'm like, why can't you tell her? Like, it doesn't make any sense. But it's like, there's no reason. There's no valid reason. But it's like, I think over the years and over time, I'm learning that that's how friendships, or that's how relationships are grown and nurtured, if you open up space for each other. And because the thing with me is that I can't expect that information or that vulnerability from them and not want to give it. So that like two-way street thing has been very
There's someone here who's related.
Bro. How has my view of love and relationship changed over the years? Okay, a lot of what I've learned about relationships has come from what I've seen of my parents or older people or TV or other relationships, and I'm slowly learning that like, stop being scared of that the things that you don't want to happen are going to like be passed down to you and reoccur with you. Like, don't be afraid that the choices you've watched someone make are the exact choices you're going to make. Like this fear of like, oh my god, like does that mean also me I'm going to end up with this kind of person? Because how I saw it negatively affecting me was the person that I'm with, I'm now projecting these beliefs onto them. So they do something, and me, I find a way to turn it into, you've done that because that, and it means you're also like that, and I've made a bad decision with you, and should I be with you? And then you become like a police, like an interrogator, always carefully watching to see, am I in this kind of situation? So I've kind of learned to trust that those things are not going to happen again. My second thing is, for me, it was such a light bulb moment where I've always thought I'm a very chilled person. I consider myself to be super chill, especially as like a girl. Sometimes I hear the things that girls like want from relationships and I'm like, that's difficult. So because I think I'm chilled, I've always thought I'm so easy to love. Like, oh my god, I'm so low maintenance. And because of that, I started acting from a place of me, I'm easy to love. But now you bring all these difficult things until I realized that both of us are human beings. That both of us have quirks and insecurities and weird things about us and layers and baggage. And in the same way that I think that of whoever I'm with, I'm the same way. Yes. And it has made me be so much more appreciative of my partner. And I just think that adds just happiness to your relationship. When you realize that it's okay to both be who you are, and those bumps in the road that come, or those insecurities that you come with, the fact that you both sit with each other and say, yeah, there's this thing about you, but we might work it out or we might not work it out, but you're still my person. That just for me makes it feel like so wow, so nice. Like, oh my god, you still love me.
I love you.
I love my siblings so much, but Esther is I consider Esther my sibling. Esther is like the first older sibling I had who treated me just like a person. Like, yes, I'm older than you and I can teach you things and you're still growing, but we can chill and we can jam and we can talk. And I feel like because every time I've spent time with Esther, I felt that way, it also just made me trust her or feel comfortable to be around her. For me, that's the easiest thing about loving Esther. There's times when I even like want to ask for advice on something and I ask Esther and I'm like, Esther is the person I want to ask. I'm like, do you think Esther will be okay if I ask her about this? Because she just seems like someone who she's just very, she welcomed me like this, and she's never looked at me like Esther's these Kayang girls. She genuinely looks at me like I'm a person who has a brain and I have something to say. And I think from a young age, or for as long as I've known her, that thing made me feel like I think I'm kind of smart. Even just like I remember being like 14 and talking to Esther about books, and she would really want my opinion on this novel, and I'd say, really? Okay, I think I have something to say. So for me, she's I guess that's the selflessness in her, seeing you. She really sees people and you feel like she sees you. I think something I want to add to what you've said about your relationship with Esther that I think she does for you is Esther is the person I feel like in Ethel's life who, if Ethel calls her, Esther doesn't waste time trying to think, is Ethel's reaction making sense? Why is Ethel reacting like this? That's how Ethel is. Let's deal with it the way that would be easier for Ethel. I feel like sometimes in relationships you want to give someone advice based on you, based on how you deal with it, and you want to even advise them to deal with it the way you deal with it. Like, don't do this, do this. I feel like when Ethel tells me stories of something that happened and how Esther helped her or how they've talked through it, Esther knows Ethel's sensitivities and Ethel's personality, and she doesn't waste time trying to change Ethel. She knows this is her sister and she's like, let's deal with it how you would deal with it.
I think for me, I lucky loved Esther before we even became friends. I used to follow her on Tumblr. On Tumblr?
Guys, don't think Shnaks was the first to do this. Hey.
Oh my god.
Esther had a blog and I just felt so connected to the person behind the blog that I used to send her messages. I even have a photo. I think it's her first Instagram photo. And we don't even remember when we took that photo.
Is it of you guys?
Remember. Yeah.
Wow.
And this is before because we became friends years later.
Like much later, yes.
But even after becoming friends with her, I think I love that never changed for me. Like, you've always felt like home.
Finding home, bro.
Oh yes. But Esther has always felt like home. Like, there's no day no time even that I feel uncomfortable around her. I remember when we were trying to navigate the long distance friendship thing. Hey, it was a problem.
Is this when you were in Canada?
Yeah, when I was in Canada. And I would be like, Esther, I don't like that you don't call me. You don't talk to me. And Esther would be like, okay, so how would you want me to deal with this? Or how then do you want me to make this better or what? Like, she's very intentional with the people that she loves, but also what you guys said, that she approaches it from the angle of, this is what she's saying. Like, she's not trying to project or anything. Like, she meets you where you're at, and then she's like, okay.
Esther has your best interests at heart. You can never doubt that.
And even in this period, like, I went through a horrible year last year, and Esther is still that person who I still feel like Yeah, Esther is my safe space. I will call Esther and go and cry when I'm out there. Spend the whole day there. And she'll be like, it's okay, let me walk. You go.
Okay, we're coming to the last question of this round. And I love that the founder is the one doing it. Right?
I do, but not in the sense of the way I think we have learned about them as each person having one. I believe that there are people that you meet and you connect with in a way that you would describe them as your soulmate. But I don't think that there's one soulmate for one person. I think that you can have several soulmates in your lifetime. Yeah, I think that's it.
I feel like, honestly, soulmates are always presented to us as it's the one person you fall in love with and be in love with forever and whatever. I think I used to believe that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't think I believe that anymore. There's two people that I think I've had that's the closest I've come to soulmates. And I don't really have much of a relationship with either of them anymore. Yo, actually, you know what? I want to say one of them because I hope she watches this and I hope she knows. Nosy. She was a friend. She is a friend of. Okay, we don't talk that much anymore, but we went to school together for about a year. You guys, that's the closest I've come to.
And you guys look alike. That's the thing. You guys even look the same. It's so fucked up.
But anyway, shout out to you, girl, for just being that person for me in the period that you did. One thing I want to add though to the soulmate thing is I don't believe that if I don't end up with let's say I have a soulmate, relationship-wise or friendship-wise, that if they don't become my best friend or my partner, the person who does is less than or I've lost or I'm settling.
Interesting.
That's something I don't believe anymore. I do believe you can have a soulmate, but I don't think it means they have to be that number one person in your life.
Yes.
I don't even think they have to be in your life. And I think it's great to, if you get to experience them, great. But for however long. But once you realize, because even when you have a soulmate, it might not work. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah. So I believe, like Esther said, you can have multiple ones, but I also believe that even if you have one or whatever, you have 5 or 10, you don't have to do life with them forever. That's my personal view.
And I like that.
And it doesn't make anyone else in your life like now, I could have had this, but now I settled for this. I settled for Esther. I settled for Esther. I don't think it's that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes, I just don't think everyone has just one particular soulmate. And I also feel like soulmate will probably need definition because I think soulmates fit together like in different ways. You know what I mean? Like there can be someone who is my person in this aspect, you know? Like maybe they
guys, have you heard
that, guys?
Souls can fit together in different ways. Either Esther is a writer.
Bro, like I'm just internalizing that and I'm like, what did you just say?
That's going to be in our caption. The title for our video.
Souls can fit together in different ways.
No, but yeah, because especially even like different sort of levels in your life. You might have someone that absolutely gets it when you're like in motherhood, for example, and that understands that completely. But then also someone else that gets it in like at another level, at another point of life. I don't know, career, or I just feel like life was just very multifaceted people, and I think just actually defining and understanding what does soulmate actually mean. Like, what are you, when you say someone is your soulmate,
what are you saying?
What is it that? And I think that means different things for different
people. I was about to say, do you think all of us here are answering, but maybe we even have a slightly different
of what that soulmate is?
Absolutely.
100%.
And that's power.
I think for me, in my spirituality thing, I do believe that we have, I like to say soul family. I feel like there are people that you meet in this life who, of course, there's the connection, instant connection, but also the people who you meet who are aligned. Like either you've ever met someone and either they've had similar experiences,
exactly,
or which makes the understanding between the two of you even deeper.
Yes.
Or also they seem to be on the same journey. Like their soul seems to be on the same journey as yours.
I love that.
Whoa.
I just feel like
I would love to experience that. I don't know if I have experienced that, and that sounds beautiful.
Their soul is on the same journey.
You guys are having this similar, like that's so
I would say I experienced in the last 2 years where I met these girls who seem to be on the same journey in terms of lessons. Because I feel like soulmates also family, as I like to say, also they have a number of lessons to teach your soul. Like that's why you meet. It's not just about connecting. But they're also there to meet your needs, but also to teach you certain lessons. To put your soul on a certain path. And I don't think I agree it's not one person. And I also definitely agree you don't have to spend the rest of your life with them. Or you may not be friends forever. But there is a special energy.
There's a journey you'll have together.
This is not normal. But yeah, so I guess I believe in that.
Okay guys, we are back doing round 2. And what we're gonna do now is like the 2 pairs of besties are gonna ask each other questions. And the questions basically where Ethel's gonna have to answer about me, I'm gonna answer about her, and vice versa.
Shai's birthday in Cape Town.
Really?
When I went for her, was it her?
My
21st, but it was either 18 or 25.
18 were in Uganda, you guys.
That's true, that's true. But her 21st birthday in Cape Town. Also because like I just envision this very travel lifestyle for me and Shai. So like I don't think me and Shai are meant to struggle much.
We're really just not built for that.
Like my best memory with her and when we're like just enjoying life, and I feel like we've struggled with this sometimes. When we're suffering, we struggle to like lift each other up because we're not used to that stuff.
That thing, it's not
we're like, oh my god, we're suffering.
Usually my mom went to do a wedding in Naivasha like last week, and she was like, we thought about if we had brought you guys, but then we realized you didn't even help us, you'd ignore us, you'd just be enjoying. I was like, it's good, you know us.
But her 21st birthday in Cape Town was really nice because also it was a point in our friendship when we reconnected. You know, like how it feels like life has sort of like brought taken us in different directions. But that her 21st birthday, I felt like, yeah, you know, you solidify something in your relationship and you're like, this one is not going away anytime soon. So, and it was a beautiful place, honestly, beautiful vibes. So,
I think it was also really special for me because it wasn't your first time to visit me in Cape Town. No, it wasn't. It was kind of your first time to meet my friends.
Yeah, Days
it was your first time to meet my friends, but also it was such a rough time for me because I got to school and I had nowhere to live. UCT used to do this thing where they would overbook res. Basically, I had nowhere to live for like a week. I was sleeping on like my cousin's couch. It was so far from school. I was spending so much money on Uber. Like I was so confused. But I remember in my head, I knew in a week Esther is coming. In a week, Esther came and I was like, I'll be Kawa.
You're leaving each other.
She even helped me move into, like, I finally got a place to live, and like she literally arrived that like the night before, which was perfect because she kind of helped me move in, and I felt more. She kind of gave me that type of you'll be Kawa, you can make this your home because it's not where I wanted to live kind of thing. Yeah, it was very nice.
It was a very nice.
I love fun together.
Living each other was the worst thing in the world.
I think we both cried. I cried for like 2 hours. I took her to her Uber. I went back to my bed. I cried. I remember my roommate even telling me, "Hey, you cry, but you have me. I'm here. Why are you crying more?"
It was so. And her birthday was on the Monday, and I left on the Sunday. So I felt like, why am I going to school? Do I need to study?
I think what life is teaching you right now is that you haven't gotten to the point where it has passed, but I think this too shall pass is probably one of the things, the lessons that I would think that you're currently like sort of just going through. Life is teaching you about the importance of a lot, you know, what you were relating, you know, to Echo about, of needing people, of needing a circle, of actually being in a space where you're from like I'm broken and I just need you people to come through for me. You know what I mean? I feel like that's also a lesson. That life is teaching you and you're learning well, you're getting good marks. Yeah, you're getting good marks. But yeah, I think those will probably be like the lessons that I think life is like teaching you now.
Guys, it's our trip to New York and how we started.
Yeah, you guys. No, we really did so much.
In fact, I think I've told this story
on YouTube.
Yes,
you guys, me and Esther, where we thought we were going. I think we thought we were going to New York. Concrete job. Guys, the first anyway, I'm grateful for everything that everyone in New York did for us. But like the first home we stayed in was not what we expected. Like
don't eat.
all I remember is crying on the dining table. The first night we got there, I just looked at Esther and started crying. And then I remember we called our parents to call Esther. Yeah. And then Jaren called us and blasted us. He was like, how ungrateful can you be? Your parents have bought those tickets. You've gone for 6 weeks and you're complaining about where you're staying. Not everybody gets to go to New York. But guys, I think we're thinking we're going to stay in a penthouse.
In a hotel.
Soft life.
New York minute.
Oh, wow.
And you were like very 17, 18. Bro. If you want to know that story, you can ask me because I'll tell you. That's the story.
Or just even put the link of the video
that we talked about it.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
I like the way you engage with the world from Esther. You know, in terms of even how you analyze movies, how this. And I think sometimes those things change when you're trying to voice your opinions, for example, and then they're not met in
the way
that you want them to be met, which I think I see with you sometimes, and then you draw back a bit, but I hope it never changes, that you keep expressing what you feel, expressing your opinions, even on little things, you know. I like hearing your opinions on things, even just generally in life. When I ask, I want to hear your opinion as you, not because of this is what everything, but also your creativity. I really miss. I really miss,
wow.
You being creative, not for work.
Yeah,
and I hope that maybe it hasn't changed, but I want it to
come out more.
I think it has kind of gone silent. I know, Whitey.
I know.
But because I used to really connect with that part of you, and I feel like you kind of put it down, but I would want it to always stay the same, your creativity.
Thank you. I love that. Can I just shout out? I feel like Belinda is really one of the people that holds space for me, just in terms of like that thing that you talked about, like opinions, and because I'm someone that will very much, like the person that I'm giving will depend on what's being received. If it's being received in a certain type of way, there are ways in which I'm going to draw, but you really hold space for even the things that I think are sin. And just like not worth saying. I appreciate that.
I love that. Oh, guys.
But again, thank you so much.
Guys, this is how wholesome we feel after
It felt like a warm hug.
Thank you, Can we talk? I feel
Yeah.
very full. I feel very
This
full.
is so nice.
This has been
I feel like
amazing.
I'm dancing and a little something about everyone.
Yeah, I definitely
absolutely.
Yeah.
Guys,
I
thank you for joining us. This is probably one of our longest videos, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
And don't forget to follow Can We Talk at Can We Talk UG on Instagram, and to buy their
256,
game.
right?
Just
Can
we'll
we
put the
talk
link.
to
We'll put
our
we'll put the link. And don't forget, guys, you can buy either one of the boxes. There's a relationship one.
But it's not all about relationships, guys.
It's just
Yeah,
about
it's about
people.
yourself. I was gonna say your relationship.
If those guys who love
Yeah.
women, we can't even play with them.
Yeah.
If you're single,
Yeah. Play it with yourself, even, guys.
Yeah.
Journal. Use it as journal.
Very
prompts.
nice journal form.
But thank you guys so much, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.